In my last adventure, we began finding good gold both above the water level with the metal detector and below with a mask and snorkel. We camped up on a ridge where the old-timers camped themselves over 140 years ago.
That's in pretty good condition.
Late on day 2, I struggled to find any new relics or gold on the inside bends of the river.
Certainly doesn't seem to be any old relics on these benches.
And decided to pack up my gear and head home. But a return trip with my day pack to collect an old relic I left behind and have another crack at sniping underwater leads me to one of the most incredible discoveries.
What? Oh, I haven't uncovered it, but take another look.
A discovery that I certainly wasn't ready for.
I was actually hoping that the water level would be up a little bit more. We did have some pretty solid rain going back about a week ago, but on the way up I could see where the water had been right up high, but it's obviously dropped in that week. So I'll get my wetsuit on and we'll get to work. Okay, so my first spot I'm going to work is down in behind this ledge. I'm going to peel all this gravel back. Yeah, I think I may have touched on some of it before, but I want to try and get across the river a little bit more. See what's down here in the centre. Okay, I've been going for about a half hour and I've just hit a tiny flake, but that's all I've got so far. Okay, one more nice little bit. Righto, I've got a couple of other little bits. The problem I'm having is that this bedrock is facing the wrong angle to the flow of the water. Alright, I mucked around with that for a good hour. Dug a huge hole just in here and piled up gravel there. Bedrock on the wrong angle, and there was no gold down in there. Tried up here where I originally said I was going to. Same problem with the bedrock facing the wrong way. It's dropping in very deep and creating a lot of work. So that brings me to reevaluate what I'm going to work on. I know that in these spots here I got a lot of gold, but I've already been over it, so we won't worry about that. There was definitely a pay streak running down this side of the river. I was hoping that there'd be more flow back here so that I could work some of this shallower bedrock. I might just try and poke in there. I'm not sure if I've worked this spot here before, but I might try and jump in this little hole here. Righto, I'm starting to get down behind this little ledge here. I'm starting to see that red jasper looking stone. Usually when that shows up, the gold sort of shows up. So I'll show you what I'm talking about. And there's lots of it in there. There's a lot of little roots from the ferns and stuff off the bank too though. I'll just see how I go. I'll just try and clean it out a little bit better. Okay, we've got a couple of little bits. It's been a while since I've updated you guys. It's been a pretty slow morning. I've done maybe 2.5 hours of work. I gave up on that spot over on the left hand side and I thought I'll try the other side of the river. And I've worked a huge big crevice in behind this bedrock here all the way across for the last probably hour and a half. And this was all full of material and I've ended up over there. I've just been backfilling. And after getting a few flakes along the way, I finally just got onto some thicker stuff as of come back to the other side of the river. Have a look at this one.
One side of this nugget was completely covered in ironstone, and when I flipped it over, I couldn't find it again.
Dirty on one side and clean on the other from sitting down in this rusty spot. It's a nice chunk of gold. Probably 1.5 grams, maybe 2. So yeah, all that time that I spent digging from way over that side there behind my shovel, right through into over here close to the left hand side of the river, and we're starting to get some nice bits of gold. Another nice little picker. Woo! Alright, we've got ourselves another little nugget. So I dug a huge big hole in there, got a couple of little flakes. So I decided to drop in below this rapid and yeah, just started scratching away. And I've got a nice nugget. Well, I'd just about given up on filming for the day because it's just been so slow, like real sporadic. Like I haven't been on the gold consistently like I quite often do. And anyway, let's go for a walk. Now, I had a huge crevice. I started over that side under this log, did a little bit at that end, then I started way over the other side of the river, and the crevice is about 1 foot wide. And I worked all that material from that side slowly through to the right, and I was getting consistent flake, nice little, tiny little pickers and that. I didn't film any of it. But check this one out. What? That looks like it could be my biggest snipe piece of gold. Now I know everything looks bigger underwater. I haven't uncovered it, but take another look. What is it? That is the awesomest bit of gold. That's shrunk again. I was sure that that was over 1 ounce. I mean, it's an awesome piece of gold, don't get me wrong, but underwater that thing looked absolutely massive. Woo! She'll go a good 10 grams, I reckon, that one. That's such an awesome shape too. It was right at the end of that crevice. I'd just about finished working the entire width of the river and that nugget coming out. That's insane.
After a nugget like that, I could have walked home, but I was only here for the day, so I was going to make the most of it. And while the gold was good, I couldn't leave any stone unturned.
little character looking bit, but smaller version. Wow. So much gold in this spot, it is unreal. It's been a fantastic day. A real slow start this morning, but yeah, got on the gold late tonight. It's almost dark and I've got a heck of a hike out of here. I'll probably be hiking out in the dark tonight, but I just couldn't leave because the gold was insane right near the end of the day. So I'm going to get out of here. I'll see you guys at home.
Okay, I returned for that old axe head. I've given it a quick clean up. This location has been so good to me. The history in the area, and then to have such good gold right below where the miners camp themselves, it's just the most incredible all-round experience. Okay, here's the gold from the previous trip detecting and sniping. The bigger pieces have heaps of ironstone in them. I reckon there's more ironstone in some of this gold than what there is of the actual gold itself. So for the overnight trip, we ended up with a total of just over 7 grams. But I know that's not what you've come for. Let's take a look at the gold from this trip. Now I was certain that this piece was over an ounce. The refraction of the water makes everything look so much bigger. Hence why I sounded like a crazy madman when I found it.
Oh! What?
Imagine what I'm actually going to be like when I do find an ounce piece underwater. This has got to be the most unique piece I've ever found, and I reckon it could be my favourite, especially with the whole experience finding it late in the day and thinking that it was like a massive multi-ounce piece. It was quite the rush. This is its little twin brother. It has very similar patterns and shape to it. All the bigger pieces in the hand for some scale. Our first nugget comes in at 1 gram, and our baby twin brother comes in at 1.85 grams, and that multi-ounce piece that shrank by about 80% comes in at a whopping 12 grams, which to date puts it around 4th place for my largest snipe nuggets. And the grand total for the day in one of my favourite spots comes to 20.38 grams of gold. But that's about it from me. This one was a little bit shorter, faster paced film, and I hope you have enjoyed it. As always, if you could hit that like button, drop some comments below, let me know what you thought. and if you could share it about with those that might enjoy it as well, that'd be awesome. And until the next one, happy hunting guys, and we'll see you all next time.